Hey, it's Vass here from Aussie RC Playground and welcome to another unboxing. Today we have the MJX Hyper Go 1/20th scale four-wheel drive brushless monster truck. And yes, it is 1/20th scale, it's quite small, and you know, a lot of people are actually going bigger with their RCs, or a lot of companies rather. But unfortunately, anything above 10 scale nowadays is a luxury only a few people can afford. So MJX have actually gone the other direction and have given us something a little bit smaller. So this is about half the size of a 1/10 scale essentially. And you know what? Looking at it, I don't think it's going to be that bad. But I am curious to see how it's going to perform overall. It is brushless powered. It does come ready to run. But I will warn you, this has been already used. This truck was very kindly donated to the channel by Hobbies Australia, who are out in South Australia, I believe. And they've had a little bit of a play with it. So I may not get everything here that you actually get in the box, but there is a manual. There is the little truck here that you see. There is a charge cable for the battery. And they also include a radio. I don't know if there's any tools or any additional spare parts or anything like that. I think this is all that's included, but in any case, let's have a look at it and let's see what this guy has got to offer here. So you can see the tiny little truck. It's very cute, but it actually comes pretty well equipped and a couple of cool features. So USB charger. Some of you may like this, some of you may not. Personally, you know, given the battery that it comes with, you're going to have to do some modifications to charge it on a regular charger. So this is actually probably not a bad idea. The manual itself, probably much like all the MJX manuals, you got exploded views there, there's spare parts in the back, and of course how to power everything, what the buttons do, all that information is in there. The radio, tiny little radio. I think they've included some batteries for me. Yes, they did. Thank you, Hobbies Australia. So we've got the on there, there's a LED status bar. Oh, that's to turn the LED on and off on the truck, because it actually does come with LEDs on the front bumper there. And then we have steering trim, throttle trim, steering dual rate, and throttle dual rate. So pretty well equipped little radio. It doesn't have reverse switches or anything like that. But it is nice to see that they have steering and throttle dual rates there. So overall, it doesn't feel too bad. The trigger kind of feels a little funky. And my thumb kind of gets stuck under the wheel there, so it's not really made for big mitts like mine, but you know, given what it is, I think it'll be fine. Now for the little truck itself, have a look at this cute little guy. Even comes with a little wheelie bar on the back and everything. Nice foam filled tires, by the way. There's definitely foam in there. Only has a tiny little screw there to keep the wheel on. That's the underside just there. How about this? Adjustable toe links on a truck this small. That's pretty cool. Metal hinge pins on the A-arms there. We also have looks like CVDs on the front here. Look at that. And we have standard dog bones on the rear. These are all metal as well. Is it standard dog bones on the rear as well, or is it CVDs too? I think it might actually be CVDs. I think it is. They have CVDs on the back as well. Oil-filled shocks. So not bad at all. And as you can see, you've got little roof skids here, which have been already a little bit scuffed. Got a nice scoop on the front, and on the back, there's even a little lip here to protect the body. A very much a shrunk down version of another truck that this resembles, which I won't name here. And then to take the body off, you slide this guy forward, similar to the system that they had on that 10 scale truck. And then this sort of just unclips, and you can see there's a little internal sort of roll cage keeping everything together. And here is the truck. You can't really see too much of it because most of it is done with the battery, which I think if you pull this little lever down here, this thing slides out the other way, out the other way. And there it is, there's the battery, right? So to charge the battery, you actually need to plug it in there. So if you want to use a conventional charger, obviously you can't plug this into like a regular balance board. You're going to need to have an extension, like a balance lead extension cable, and then you can plug a Dean's connector in here, and then with the extension, you can plug that into your balance board, and you should be able to charge this thing up. So it is a 850 milliamp, 7.4 volt LiPo battery, lithium polymer. So that's how this thing is done. And it's designed to basically slide in here and stay in there. So there's no straps or anything like that. It only goes in one way, so you can't really mess it up, and it just clips in and away you go. Hopefully it doesn't like pop out and slide out during running, but it should be fine. Hopefully it should be okay. And essentially that's it. I mean, to get into the guts of the car, you're gonna have to take out, basically disassemble the entire chassis. The on and off switch is just over here. Got your DINs connected just there. And that's really it. I think it's got a little backlight on there as well, or is that not connected? No, the backlight is not connected. Wheelie bar comes pre-installed. Does have Phillips screws all the way around, and that's it. Let's take it out, go for a run, and see how it goes. So here we are with the MJX Hyper-Go, little 120 scale. Oh my God, this thing's actually got a lot of power. Oh, does the LED light turn on? Here we go, we got it on. That's off, that's on. I don't know if that's gonna show up on camera. It's a very little car. Geez, I'll tell you what, for 2S, this thing zooms around really nice. Wow. Are you serious? This thing's awesome. Oh, this is fantastic. I didn't know what to expect, but I didn't expect this. This thing rips and handles decently well. I wasn't sure if it was even going to be worth taking it on the jumps, but now I'm definitely taking it on the jumps. Oh my God. What a little weapon. I gotta say, the only thing I don't like is the radio. There's just a little bit, it's not very precise. Or maybe it's the steering servo. It just feels like it's not as proportionate as you'd expect. You have to be very gentle on the steering. But I tell you what, for what it is, this thing absolutely rips. Oh my goodness. All right, let's do some jumps with it. All right, let's see if this thing can actually jump. If I can keep it in a straight line with all these little bumps. Come on, here we go. Can it jump? Yes, it can. And jumps really well. Oh my God. This tiny little thing has completely blown my socks off. Oh wow. Oh my goodness. Come on, little buddy. Come on. What an awesome little truck. Here we go. Come on. It doesn't even slap. Oh, I am so impressed. My goodness, well that was the first time it actually slapped. I actually heard it bottoming out. Yeah, here we go. Come on, baby. Oh, missed it completely. That wasn't even close. Come on. Line her up. I am genuinely very impressed with this little thing. I do wish the remote was a little bit more precise. You know, like the steering and everything was a little bit more precise, but geez, you know, like we're nitpicking here really. Oop, lost sight of it. Where'd it go? Oh, I must be stuck in the tall grass. Oh no, it's there. Let me see if I can do it the other way actually. We'll go from here. See if we can get it up. Although this is going with the wind, sorry, against the wind. Wow, that's good. Good little tumble. Survived that. My goodness. What an awesome little truck. I don't know what to say. I genuinely don't know what to say. I don't know what I was expecting. I hadn't seen any content on this whatsoever. I hadn't seen any videos. I had no idea what to expect. And I mean, I knew it was brushless, and you know, I thought, oh yeah, but even brushless at this scale, how fast is it going to be? How good is it going to be? Well, whatever my expectations were, it completely blew them out of the water. Because, yeah, I am honestly so impressed. And the way it jumps and how it handles the landings and the suspension is just absolutely amazing. The MJX have knocked this one out of the park, with the exception of, you know, the control and the steering. It just feels a little bit, doesn't feel super smooth, you know. That's the only thing. But man, what an awesome little truck. I'll tell you what, if it had just a little bit more speed, if it had just a little bit more speed, I reckon I would have been able to sneak in a backflip. But I think as it is, it has done exceptionally well. I am most impressed with this little guy. Most impressed. I mean, yeah, it's got a proprietary battery, which I know some people are probably not going to like, because you want to be able to put your own batteries in, you want to put bigger batteries, maybe convert it to a 3S or something like that, for those of you out there who are a little bit crazy and think that just, you know, straight out power will fix everything. But this is, as it is out of the box, this is an awesome little truck, and I am definitely impressed with what I'm seeing here. Very, very cool. All right, I think we've seen enough. There's no point in me taking it on bigger jumps because, well, you know, it's not going to really go on that. But for this here, I think it's fantastic. You know, anyone that wants a brushless truck, maybe you've got limited area, maybe you only have a small little track, a small backyard, or whatever the case may be, this is, or you have a small budget. You know, this I think is going to tick a few boxes for some people. Definitely has has really exceeded my expectations. I mean, it's fast too. I mean, straight out. Oh, if I can get it to steer straight, it'll be good. It's got good power. Handles well too. What an awesome little car. Alrighty, let's wrap this one up. We'll take it back to the studio and finish it off. Well, I mean, what can I say that I haven't said already during this video? I don't know what I was expecting with this truck, but I certainly wasn't expecting it to perform as well as it did. This did exceptionally well. I'm very happy with the performance of this little guy, given the size that it is. I do love the fact that it's brushless. It's got the LED on the front. It's got good tuned, well-tuned shocks. It's got foam in the tires as well. I think that helped it a lot too, to be honest. It's got this body clipless design, so you just slide that forward, take the body off, and you can see the body's got a little bit of protection underneath as well. Wheelie bar pre-installed. Now, of course, the one downside that some of you may not like is this proprietary battery system. I know that this can be a bit of a turn-off for some of you, but you know, it is a pretty decent size battery for a car of this size. It's 850 milliamp. It's only on 2S, which I think is plenty for this truck. I couldn't imagine being able to control this too well on 3-cell, but on 2S, I think this does exceptionally well. To charge this on a conventional charger, you will need a balanced lead extender, and that will allow you to charge this on a regular charger, and of course like a Dean's adapter or something like that on there, and you should be good to go. Look, I really don't have a complaint with the way that this works in here. It clips on nice. It didn't come off. You know, it's probably makes the truck a little bit top heavy. That's really its biggest downside. But aside from that, you know, it's a clean, very seamless design, and it works well. In my opinion, it did exceptionally well. The body just has a little groove on the front that you need to slide into, and then this guy clips on the back, and away you go. The body's on and you're ready to rock and roll. I think this is actually a really good design. The only thing that I think could use a little bit of improvement is going to be on the radio. I kind of wish the radio was a slightly higher grade. Now, bear in mind that this truck here in Australia is about $140 or thereabouts. It is a brushless vehicle, of course, comes fully ready to run, and it's got the LEDs and, you know, a little bit of bling, metal drive shafts, all these good things. However, the radio I think could be a little better because, as I was saying during the driving of this truck, you know, the steering didn't feel quite right. It kind of felt like I was making little micro corrections, and then out of nowhere, I would just almost get like full steering. So to me, the steering could definitely use a little bit of improvement here in future versions. The radio handset as well, probably more designed for smaller hands. For adult hands like mine, you know, and I've got pretty big hands, it does feel quite small. The trigger here kind of feels like it interferes with my thumb quite a bit, so I kind of need to be mindful of that. It does make it very good if you just want to drive one-handed, but yeah, I kind of feel like this could be a little bit better. It does only run on 2 AA's, which is, you know, makes it cheap to maintain, and it's got the usual features here: steering and throttle trim, and you've got steering and throttle dual rate, and you can turn the LED on and off via that button. Nothing too complicated, which I think is fine for what it is as far as features. I just wish the functionality of it and the feel was a little bit better. But that's gonna wrap this one up. Now, if you want to check this one out here in Australia, I'll have links in the video description for you guys to go and have a look at. Big thank you again to Hobbies Australia for sending this one out for me to review. Thank you all very much for watching. If you're still here at the end, don't forget to hit that like button before you go, and be sure to subscribe to the channel for more content in the future. That's it from me. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all next time.